Testing, testing. 1 2 1 2. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's jump on out here and see what we're looking at today. And jump out here to the should be the watch list. All right, so today, whoops, wrong one. Today we see PMAX out here leading the day up 130%. We see STI also out here, and then ACON. So those are the top three on the day. Those are the ones I'm going to be kind of researching into and seeing, if they have the probability of continuing higher, not only today, but maybe continuation on into the next week. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me switch over here to charts. Okay. Minimize this. All right. So this is STI. It actually looks the most bullish right now. PMAX kind of going down with the wind. ACON, again, a little bit of sell-off, but I need to do my due diligence on all of these. So the first one I'm going to start off with is the one that looks the most bullish right now, STI. I think it had some news on battery production and AI facilities as far as getting batteries to those facilities. We did have an original structure, this top side here at 992. So let's go ahead and actually before we do this, let's go find the daily levels. Maximize and all right, so this is STI on the daily chart. Go and back that up a little bit. So it closed at 549 last Friday. And it opened up above this peak level. So let's go ahead and mark up this peak level here at 802 on the daily. Peak 802. Okay. Then we have the next level. Zoom back a little bit. We had another peak up here at 863. So I duplicate this. Zoom back a little bit more. We got a gap up here to 1216. It went up to 1187 this morning though. So 1216 up here. Let's go ahead and mark this gap up. Edit. All right, so we got a gap. Lower. This is the lower gap on the daily. Started at right around 12 flat, and then we'll duplicate that, and then we'll mark up our higher gap, which is all the way to 15-ish. Higher gap on the daily. Okay, so we got a couple of levels marked up here. Let's zoom back a little bit more and see if we see anything else that's super obvious. Not really. So we're gonna stick to these most obvious, and this the gap here is back in March of 2025. Gap down, came in, tried to fill that gap, got knocked back down. We also have another peak out here at 996. Let me go ahead and mark that up right there. All right, so we pretty much got everything marked up. $12 flat right around it. Let me zoom in just a little bit. There's like a little tip up here. I'm just gonna mark this just so at 1230 is kind of odd number, but just to keep it in mind, I will mark that up as well. And we'll see how this acts at these levels. All right, back over to the main. We got STI came up here, and now we can see all of our levels out here. The point of control is down here, 870. We can go ahead and draw a little bit of structure here. A little bit of structure here. So hit that 996 level, coming all the way back down to the point of control. Let me also check out PMAX. Let's look at these catalysts too. I know the STI was the one that had the most bullish look, but let's check out these catalysts as well. So let's jump over to the highest volume mover, PMAX. Called PowerMax Limited. PowerMax Limited, through its subsidiaries, provides corporate financial communications and financial printing services in Hong Kong. So printing services. Sector is industrials. It includes a range of financial printing, corporate reporting, and communications. Okay, so this is pretty much some weaker catalysts out of Hong Kong. Go ahead and notate that. So add me a little text note here. This is out of Hong Kong printing services. But it has the most catalyst on the day. So, I mean, not the most catalyst, the most volume on the day. So we still got to be careful as far as trying to engage with something else. All right, STI fell all the way down here to 886. Came back up here to this 996. And had the last time it went all the way down here to 630, but has formed higher lows since then. So just kind of bottling up here on this $10 level. Okay, let me go read the profile. STI, it is number 2 on the day. So Solidion Technology. Solidion Technology focuses on the development and commercialization of battery materials, components, cells, and selected module pack technologies. I think I'm going to keep this on watch for previous or next days too, because this company can definitely do some great work in AI. But anyway, focuses on the development, commercialization of battery materials, components, cells, and selected module pack technologies. It provides advanced anode materials, silicon-rich at all solid state lithium-ion cells, anode-less lithium metal cells. Okay, a lot of lithium. The company is headquartered in Dallas, Texas, and it is a subsidiary of Global Graphene Group, Inc. Okay, let's go look at that. What is this? Global Graphene Group, Inc. Do they have any kind of... Oh, and it is going up right now. So came back up and tested this little high we had marked up, invalidating that. Or not really, hasn't broken a new high, but still. Came and hard tested this level at 1112. Bottom of this candle is 1037. Looks like it wants to make a new high. All right, so almost a double top there. We'll see if it closes under 1186. Point of control still where it was down there at 870 down to 877 down to 869. Let me go ahead and mark that up. $870 down to 869. Pretty thin little bottom down here. All right, then it has this previous top. So now it didn't break a high, it just double topped up here. And now the bottom of this candle is 1059. It's up 102% right now. 11 million shares traded, a little bit more, and it'll have more volume than PMAX. Let me add a note here to STI that it is it's working on improving AI power. So let me see what the actual verbiage that they use there. So Cillian Technologies unveils advanced UPS battery system tailored for AI data centers. Okay. Copy that. Put that on out there. So now I'll see that news when I zoom back or as it continues to trade. Okay, so another lower level here formed right at that high. Man, I cannot draw it. Let me zoom in. That's what it is. That is what it is. I just want to write on there. Okay, so we got another high hit and then a lower level hit there. Still point of control is down here around this 866-ish level. Has not moved yet. Very wavy formation up here towards the highs. We got another one that, or wait, what is this? CHNR. No news on today, so not worried about that one. Very low volume, not even a million shares traded on it. Acon has lost pretty much all of its vigor. So the top three now, PMAX, STI, CHNR as far as percent gainers. But STI is looking like it's going to be either the pain or the pleasure on today. So I'm going to keep eyes over here and see what ends up happening with it. Oh my goodness, I forgot to. Oh boy. Oh no. Where'd you, what? Why'd you bring that over here? Okay, take all that back over where it was. Thing flashed me. All right, and then let me get this set up. Good morning, everybody that's tuning in. Doing our due diligence this morning. Let me turn off that hint thing. Monday morning. Nice, sweaty Monday morning. It did make a new high up there around this level. So new high, that is going up to that gap fill level there. So the peak daily, the lower gap level is what it just hit. And this is the big gap before it goes towards the higher one. So definitely making some motions here. up 128% with 12 million shares traded. So we're going to see if this gap here holds it down. Good morning, GD. Watching STI, now the number one percent gainer on the day. And then 3 million shares, it'll be the number one in volume as well for the low floats. So we've seen this kind of action before. It's got really good news, almost a double top there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, almost a double. Well, that is a double top right at 13.23. Previous kind of assumed levels was right down here at 11.63, and then the next one's at 10.54. So we'll see if it wants to stay under this double top. Bottom of this candle is 12.49, 12.50-ish. But looks like it wants to break higher. Broke higher just a little bit. Bottom of this candle is 12.55. Breaking another, these little breakouts it's doing. Okay. So this first little breakout was by 2 cents, and then this little breakout was by about 12 cents. It's getting very choppy up here in this gap. All right, big boy. I don't know if there's bag holders in this gap or what, but it's definitely facing some struggles in here around that $13 level. Pretty big swing in price there from 13.35 down to 11. So that's a $2 drop. So definitely be careful with this one. Quite a bit of range on it. Coming right back down to the previously assumed downtrend, but it hasn't broken that down yet. Okay, we got a couple more. Let me see what this one is. MTEX is... No, that's not going to work. We want bullish. CHNR still no catalyst. STI popping back up there. So a little bit of unpredictability with STI. Just a little bit, but it's Monday morning. We just started, no rush. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely unpredictable. If shorts were selling on that, selling into this, they definitely got splashed right there. A little bit higher breakout back up to the 13.37s, and then some more pushback. So let's see how it ends up holding this $13 holdout level that it keeps struggling with. Open a new candle right there. Keep struggling with that 13. All right, so it made a high. Let's see if this one actually ends up holding, because it keeps breaking the tops and not really giving us any kind of true dips. It's kind of just rip, rip, rip. $15 million shares traded. It's almost to the top of the leaderboard as far as percent gain and volume. It's going to be a prime target for a lot of people here. Did make a little bit higher level there, but continues to pull back to 13. That's a 50-cent drop if you're trying to buy breakouts. So definitely probably going to cause some pain. Okay, dropping back to this the lower gap level is right there under the or at the $12 flat. Getting a little bit of sell off here. At this point, you know, we're just looking for a structure. Because these are very, I mean, look at this pop from 12.31 back up to 13 on that big old dive down. But we are starting to see a little peak here, a little hedge of resistance here, right at that 13.25-ish, right under 13.25. Volume for this is slowing down just a little bit from what it was just currently. Needs just under 2 million shares to catch up with PMAX. Okay, now it's starting to actually respect the level. We'll see how long that lasts. So multiple taps up here on this little level. So as soon as it started, they got nervous seeing that first initial look at that drop. Right back down to our previous assumed downtrend. People are still using it as some type of bounce point. But now it's starting to respect this upper level. Huge drop from the 13s back. So this is the second time. And if it's doing these drops like this, people are gonna get less and less confident trying to hold it, knowing that they can instantly be down $2 a share. Opening right on that level. And this is the one with the catalyst. So it's doing moves like this. So it's CHNR, like I said, no catalyst, just going up here towards the top at 845. Let me fix this right here. And then we got PMAX still down there. So these are our top three. And nothing else is really receiving that volume like that. Let me go look into, oh, that's a Chinese stock, CHNR. Let me see. CHNR. Yeah. So it's China Natural Resources through its subsidiaries engages in the exploration of mining metal properties in the People's Republic of China. It explores for lead, silver, and other non-ferrous metals. The company holds interest in this mine that covers an area of 7.81 square kilometers located in somewhere Mongolia. The company is headquartered in Shenzhen, the People's Republic of China. So let me go ahead and notate that. Chinese company, no catalyst. Chinese company. Okay. Right. STI crashed all the way back down here to the 1057s. Okay. So let's see if it's going to start to respect this little level. Is that too steep? Pretty steep. We'll see how it does. Yeah, that is pretty steep, especially after a fall like that. Breakdown 1061 to kind of crack out of this. CHNR pumping up there to 10 bucks. Chinese company, no catalyst, but outperforming STI. With I mean, just visually, it looks more bullish. Made a high of 1003. Wait till this candle closes and see if we can start seeing some structure there. But the daily chart definitely doesn't look that good on CHNR. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and see if it can continue to work its way down. And at this point on Monday morning, I'm just thinking in my head, don't rush it. Just don't rush it. Yeah, there was some clean moves here out of from 6 up here. I mean, it did do quite a bit of a move, $5 move, but then it goes into this choppy range where I'm like, okay, is this tradable or no? You know. And then the point of control still hasn't moved yet either. It's still down here at the same point. So the top three that we have is CHNR, STI, and PMAX. Let's see. Appreciate that, Yo Blaze. And there we go. So we're breaking down that little steep, what we thought could be an uptrend. We'll see if something new forms, breaking that down. Okay, quite a bit of a rush down to that next level that we had. So almost to the 10 flat, and this was the next peak daily level. It's about to break through. We'll see how it reacts down there to the 10 flat. It's at 92% now. 16 million shares traded. Good morning, good morning. Nothing to see here in the building. STI. So I'm wondering, you know, with the development of AI and things like that, and the different servers and things that need to be powered, this is basically giving them a UPS. So it's an uninterrupted power supply. So let's say if power grid goes down or whatnot, you have a little bit of time to do backups. You have a little bit of time to maybe reconfigure your cluster of servers. You know, it'll give them just a little bit more time. Now it's not something that's just indefinite. UPSs, they usually have, well, depending on the size of them, some of them will hold you for quite a bit of time, but you know, it just gives you a little bit more time to get things squared away in the event of power loss. And that's what these guys are focused on. So I can understand the hype, especially this first move, this $5 move here. I was like, yeah, that's understandable. But I'm wondering, will more come out on this? Actually, let's go, since we're in kind of a waiting zone right now. It's hugging this previous level here. Good morning, and Andre. Since it's hugging this previous level here, let me go and look at BAM SEC and see if there's any shelves or anything like that on it. Okay, so I'm not seeing any of those. I do know that there is a Chinese stock that is kind of being wild today. So that's going to probably be something where people are going to say, well, if there's nothing left to trade, I'm going to trade this, and which is CHNR. It formed a high at 1003s. We got a little bit of structure, but it hasn't really showed any respect to this, so I'm not sure about it. But it continues to just wick around and do what it wants to do. It's only got 3 million shares in comparison to our top two. With, wow, this thing's diving on down, isn't it? Okay. Got this $10 level down here. And then it's got this big gap. So from 10 all the way down to 862. Kind of have to see what it wants to do. Getting down to that next level. Wow, look at that drop. Whew. Right down to that 996, that peak level we had marked up. Let's see. This thing is really on a wave down. Point of control still hadn't moved. Oh, let me move my note. Okay. Wow, that was a huge drop through 10. So imagine buying this top and holding, believing that it'll go higher. Wow. You would have got baked and fried. All right, the point of control just bounced up. So let me draw the new point of control levels. They are from 956 up to 1158. And where I get those from is a point of control comes with the volume profile. And I take the point of control from each of these time frames. I use the 5, the 15, and the 1 minute to kind of see a zone of heavy trading. That's what I'm looking for. But this one's going from 1158, looks like the highest point of control, down to 9 1156. So let's get that 11. Whoa, that is way up there. That is a huge zone for things to happen. Okay. Where's 1158? Oh, wrong thing. Let me get my box. 1158. We'll see how this ends up closing down. Down to 956. And let me stretch that out. 58. 58. We'll see how it respects, but that is a lot of falling that it did through this box. Right at that $10 level, we had our first really respected level here. Then we saw it hug this downtrend and fall hard. And right now it is just rotating on this 10, right on this daily peak level. Hit a low down here of 942. So we'll see. And right now it's treating this as maybe some resistance, but 942, we'll see if a new uptrend starts from here. I'm gonna wait till this point of control gets a little bit tighter too. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this so y'all can see better. And I'm gonna wait till some actual something actually happens here before I put that in there, because it's kind of hard for me to see. When the point of control is just too wide, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, this box is literally covering the whole range. Why have it there? It's just ranging. We need to see more volume come in here. If I zoom back, you'll see what I'm talking about with the volume profile. It shows you the price that gets the most trades, basically. That area that gets the most trades. So, you know, you had a big spike up here. They got this going down from 13. You had a spike in here around 1071. Spike right around where it's trading now at the $10 level. So several different levels there to be watched. Still not leading in volume on the day. PMAX somehow continues to keep getting more volume traded on it. Let's jump around. Well, you know, most of the times I jump around in situations like this, I'm watching the thing that's supposed to be moving. I miss things. So let me just stick here for a little bit till I see what it wants to do. It's right above this 996 level. And we're looking for some type of uptrend to form. But it's a little too steep right now. What I mean by too steep, when I draw this from, let's say, the outlier, and I look for outliers. So I'm looking for those wicks that go out or whatever and see how steep the actual, like, does the physics and the geometry make sense, right? If it's too steep, I mean, the chance that it's going to continue higher again is really low. But if it comes and starts to kind of level out, you get some good consolidation, people get some time to think about it, and it's still holding that level, the chance that it's going to go up is pretty a little bit higher. So right now, close or opening a new candle right under this level, that peak level. Up 79% right now. Body of this little peak out was 1034. Bottom of this candle is right on that point of control, 981. But the point of controls on the 5 and 15 haven't moved yet. All right, let me jump around real quick to PMAX, not really doing anything. Let's jump to CN. Oh my goodness, that thing's dropping like a log. All right, well, it did get up there with no catalyst and absolutely crashing out. So from 11.15, a fall all the way back down to 9s. A-ton, MX, boom, CH. Ooh, boy. Then we just looked at this. It was at 9. Okay, well, it's down to 8 now. China, man. China is cooking on this Monday morning. All right, STI making a move down as well. Nice little slice out of there, making a lower level. So again, broke structure there. And now this is a new outlier in this range down here at 938. And so we'll have to build some new structure out of this. Yeah, I see that. Both of them just kind of, I don't know what news just came out or if what happened. Let me go over here to Yahoo and see what's going on over here, man, on the front page. See why everybody's so itchy. All right, so we got Trump downplays China trade tensions. It will be fine. It will all be fine. Well, we know what's going on with the Chinese stock. He's like, it'll all be fine. Drop. Now, I don't know if that's direct implication there, but let's see what else we got. S&P 500 risk over 10% drop if trade tensions drag on. Microsoft SoftBank in talks for $2 billion investment in UK's Wave. Silver roars higher on short squeeze as gold rallies to record. Americans will shoulder over half of Trump tariff costs. China's new weapon in U.S. trade talks batteries. That's what it is. Okay, so batteries. That's why STI. That was 4 hours ago when they dropped this. Their new weapon is batteries. Okay, crushing their earnings. U.S. economists awarded Nobel Prize with 2 others. Let's see. Economics, Nobel Prize awarded. Blah blah. Okay, so let's just go back over here and re-lock in here. PMAX not doing anything. STI is number 2. So can we see any kind of how about ELBM? ELBM. I'm not seeing that one. It's $3.05. Let's see what's the gain on this one. ELBM. This is a battery one too. It's up 85%. It is a little bit higher float. A little bit higher float. Let me go look at the news on it. Don't see any news on it, and it's higher float and it's cheaper. So it's a couple of red flags. I would say, let me go look at this company real quick. ELBM. Oh, it's batteries. Okay. Okay. Let me pop up that profile. Come on, profile. Don't fail me now. All right, so Electrica Battery Materials Corporation engages in the acquisition and exploration of resource properties in the United States and Canada. It explores for cobalt, copper, and silver deposits. The company's flagship project is the Iron Creek Cobalt Copper Project that includes patented and unpatented claims totaling an area of approximately 3,260 hectares and 600 meters of underground drifting located in Idaho. It also operates a metallurgical cobalt refinery for processing battery materials for the electric vehicle supply chain. The company was formerly known as First Cobalt Corp and changed its name to Electrical Battery Materials Corporation in December 2021. It is it was incorporated in 2011 and is headquartered in Toronto, Canada. Okay. So, it may be something. It's up 101%, but I'm just saying it's gonna it may not be one that you want to get in and get out. It may be one that will be kind of like a swing trade because it's. I'm just looking at that higher float. Let me go to the statistics so I can see exactly what the float is here. The float is looking like 17 million, 17.7 million. Institutions have the most holdings, looks like 4.92. I mean, doesn't look bad. It's definitely on the idea of batteries and collecting battery material. So I definitely don't say that it's looking bad. Let's see, STI. We are back down towards this bottom. Kind of doubled on. It is under the point of control. The point of control did pull. Did it pull down? 950. Yeah, it did pull down on the other ones. Okay, so it is from 1033. Let me draw this up. 1033 down to 946. So pretty much like right around here is the zone now that it's squeezed down to. Okay. Now, there's a lot of crossing going on here. It showed several different times where it kind of respected this one downtrend right at the top of 1033 here, and then it hugged this other one. So there's some crossover in this upcoming in these upcoming levels here for sure. It's at 74% right now. But can it go all the way back up there? I'm not sure. But we do have an outlier here at 886. It's going back up to this 996 real quick. Top of this level, top of the point of control here. Actually, I should have stretched this back, huh? Activate. And what is this top? 1033. 1033. Let's go ahead and get it right here. And let's see how it acts around this top level box 1033. Now, it did go up and tap the previous downtrend that it was kind of hugging. So this is why I draw these things so I can keep in mind what has happened. And so when I see a reaction, I'm like, oh, that was up here. Oh, that was up here. You know, it makes a little bit of sense. But hit the top of the box. So it kind of hit two different places where it's found resistance before. Point of control kind of slid into the middle here. Has again readjusted. Bottom side of this box is, let me move this note to, let me see, activate. Let's move this up here somewhere. All right. $10.33, baby. Yeah, I think batteries are gonna be a major sector here soon, though. If it wants to really get hot, I don't know. Will battery, or on the next one, people will be looking at it. Maybe they'll get even more aggressive when they see a battery catalyst. So STI is leading the day in volume at this point. Let's see if it comes on back into the box. This was the level that it was previously holding here. And this would actually be his first time trying to come back and test this uptrend or this downtrend here, which at this point would be at 1116, but didn't quite make it. About 30 seconds left. Zooming back a little bit, this is a previous level that it had struggled in, had a big sell-off here. When it first came up originally, the 1054 had a nice sell-off. So we'll see. Bottom down here, 886. Closing up a little bit lower. Doesn't want to get back into the box. Okay, so holding out of that box there. Problem is, if you put your stop down here at 945, that's going to be quite a bit of a loss. So I'd rather see it dip back in the box and then go, but we'll see how it ends up holding. The top side of this is at 1087. Yeah, I would like a better entry than this. Continues to tap the box at 1033. Closing that candle. You see the volume coming in on the volume profile here. So quite a bit of trading going on at this 10, right around 1050. 20 seconds left. And the bottom of this previous candle will be a breakdown of 1047. Well, there's the break. Let's see if it's going to continue to break back into the box or you're going to hold up. Okay, still opening above the box. Still has not tested this upward level. Point of control popped up there kind of quickly. All right, we're back in the box down to the 996. And we'll see if we can start seeing some type of uptrend off of this. Only up 83% now. Still leading the day in volume. And like I said, this is why I was like, well, you know, you could use this, but that would be quite a bit of a loss. Let's say we took 100 shares and it dropped from 1033 all the way down here to 943. That's $1 loss that you would have to hold through. Even if it did recover the dollar, I mean, I think there's better entries that could be had. But now hard testing that box and continue to open on this previous level. Bottom side, 10 flat. So kind of repeating what it did back here. We just want to watch out for this thing. If it's going to keep repeating this type of drop from what 1061 down here to 941, almost $1 drop there. 15 seconds left. Continues to close candles in the box though. Okay, a little bit of buying. All right. So is this too steep? Let's go ahead and draw a little angle here. Is that too steep there, right on that box? Okay. So this is the first time that it's tested this level in, let me see, 620, 623, 624. And now testing this level down here at 657. So, you know, almost 30 minutes since it's tested this level. Bottom side of this candle is 1065. So this is the reaction the first 30 minutes after it tested this level, and now we're seeing quite a bit of pullback off of this top side. Was this 1112? Will it be able to hold up, or will it go ahead and dash down? And this is going to be another outlier up here as well, so I'm gonna mark it up in just a minute. Volume pouring in there, but it's not choosing to go up. I just saw volume increase. Let's see if it continues to show red on that volume increase. $15 seconds left to the close of this candle. Okay. It's showing red in the volume. I see it is coming in there. Point of control is still holding above our previous box, so it is holding higher levels. At this point, 996 would be the point that I wouldn't want to see it drop below. Almost 20 million shares traded on this one. Yeah, some hard pullbacks here. And on this trend, I don't know if it's going to be able to hold this if it does crash out. It said what, 1040, right under 1050s on this trend. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice little pullback off and still making higher lows. So 1050s. Definitely a hard test on that trend right above the box, 1033s. And now opening under the trend. So I guess it was a little steep for it. Point of control starting to make a little bit more sense now at that 1069. Keeps visiting that 1069. We'll see if it closes under the trend and starts to go back towards this box. Has a low down here of 883. 10 seconds left. Oh, this is an outlier. Let me go ahead and mark this up as our next level to be tested for respect. Boom. So we'll see if it stays within this. Or it could crash out everything. We don't know. We don't know what it's gonna respect. Gonna make a lower low here past 990, or he's gonna continue to hold that box. Remove that. And are we getting a new level here holding outside? We gotta let this candle close. I don't know how far it's gonna drop. Bottom of this is 1006. Really close to that level to be broken. I would like to have smaller risk here. That's the only thing. Like, come back up there, bumping his head again. Bottom of this candle is 1014. $23 million shares traded on this. Seeing a slight breakdown of the 1020s. Okay. Opening back up in the box. Low side is 1014. Okay, this is another time it's coming up here and bumping its head. It's got the point of control up here at 1070s. And it just seems like it's kind of slowing down, but this happens a lot. I'll take my eyes off of it, and then I'm like, oh, this thing's right back up. So I'm going to try not to be so over dramatic is switching around because it does have the catalyst. All right, so we got a little level here that it just broke. That is a lower level, so it's coming down to that 995 again. So we're well within that box. Hmm. Is it actually going to break down 10 flat? Another hold point here. All right, so let's see if you can stay in here. Start getting back out of this box. Now say 10 flat is my out. It's going to have to be. See how this closes. Little dipski down here. There's a nice test down through there. Well, I was gauging the 10 flat, but yeah. Gave us a nice slice through there. Completely invalidated all that. Let's see if we can find another point. We're definitely back in the box though. Up 70 something percent. I see one called Indra. Let me see what that is real quick. Indra. Indra Life Sciences, it announces a at-market private placement of up to 14.4 million to launch digital asset treasury. So here's a crypto. Here's a crypto catalyst. So we got Indra up here. Let me go ahead and, but it's only got 1 million shares traded. Very low volume. Let's go look at the daily chart real quick on Indra. Maximize. So daily chart, we can see, we've seen this one before. Closed Friday at the 648, came all the way up here and is at 1063 now. So got over that. Let me clear this. Clear drawing set. Okay, had a peak up here at 1204s. Activate. So this is going to be our peak daily, but the only thing that I see with this one, it's got a lot of competition on the board with the STI. Let me see. The body of this candle is 1061. I'm just going to focus on the peaks. And then there's not too much more we can see from this. Let me zoom back a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of way up there. All right, let me go back to STI. STI getting down to the bottom of the box now. Oops. Continue to grind down. Point of control has not moved yet. And now we're at the bottom of the box. So we're at a different point here. Let me see how this closes. Can it recapture anything or go back and test this? Because this move right here is about 50 cents back up to 10. Let's see what it wants to do. still leading the day in volume as well, so I haven't all the way gave up on this one. Top side of this is 950. You want to go down or up? You want to get back in the box? I think you do. I'm going to take 10, the bottom of this box. Yep. I'm going to add there. Got 20 in there. Average price is $9.49. I want to see how it challenges that. The bottom of this trend here is $9.23. So I want to see if it can play in this box today. Can you play around for us? Got 30 shares in. Let's see how you play here. Top side of this box is back up to 1030s. And it may come down. If it comes down, I'm gonna, stop out on the trend. But just giving it a play here to see where it wants to take me. Going up there, bumping his head back on that 9, whatever. And then we have the main one that has been testing this whole time that hasn't really shown us anything off of, but it's got the most volume and it's got catalyst. So if it crashes out, I'll be ready to get out to the low side, but if it continues higher, great. Let's see if we can find any more structure around here too. And I can always retry as well, so it's not like it's the end of the world if it does come down a little bit. Just want to see it holding this level. Point of control all the way up there at the 1069s. Retapping the bottom of that box there. And I could add again 950. Give me another chance, but if it breaks here, I'm gonna go ahead and sell out 922. Looking for it to stay in that box. There we go. All right, again, back in the box. Can we see like 960s-ish? $960-ish. Wait, it's got 30 seconds on this candle. $9.58. All right, I added 10 shares there. And again, got my little stop point down here, working its way up as well. So in 40 shares there. And just kind of watching it off the bottom of this box. Get my little stop out ready to go. We still got this top side. It hasn't retested up here, 990 whatever. So risking about 40 cents to the bottom, but it's playing on the bottom side of this box, and I want to see if it can kind of try to get up out of here. Okay, opening yet again in the box. So 935 could be a point where I'm like, all right, let me get on out of here. Point of control all the way up here to the 1068s. Mm-mm-mm. 24 million shares traded on this one. Open a new candle. Let's see if we can actually get back through the 10s. So my goal is to get 30 cents per share. Right now I have 40 shares. 30 cents from here will be like 980. Well, wait, I got in 955. So let me do some calculations. What's 30 cents here? 30 cents. Let's see, 955 plus 30 cents would be 985. So I'm pretty much at my target. But I got small share size, so we'll see if it bumps through. We shall see. 995, 10s. And at this point, I mean, let's see, red here is what, 969. This was the level that it lastly heavily respected here, that is coming to. I could use this bottom as out 974. So we'll just see. 974 still be a green trade, but I want to see if they'll push through this level back of the top here of 1033s, but I'm not sure. If it does slam, I'll still be out green. But giving it a second. Trading within my box. So this is out of bounds. That's been invalidated. So basically, either way it goes, if it drops all the way down here, it'll be a 20-cent risk. But I really don't want to see it back towards the bottom of that box. 10's kind of circulating there. Literally, come on, man. 30 cents, bro. 30 cents up. You got this. If you don't, I got this. So it's right on that level that it previously respected. I want to see if it can get through it, push through it. $75s I really don't want to see. Okay, giving it some time. It did not end up breaking that level. Bottom side of this is 78s. I wanted to see a push through there. Did not see that. Did not get what I wanted there. If I see it back to the 70s, I'm probably going to be trying to get on down. Sold 20. Take a lesser loss. Don't like the way it just didn't go there. It respected that level way too much. 10 shares left. And I can always add back. It's not like it's over with. Still got an average of 962. But maybe it'll give me even better prices. $65. See a little bounce up. Try to sell a little bit. Any more red, I'll take off some more. Yeah. Take off some more there. It is what it is. I can always re-enter. That's what I have to tell myself. I can always re-enter. 70s got hit. Can the 70s hold? I'm seeing 68s on the bid. Took off some more. Yeah, it's really respecting their level. I'm gonna give it a little breathing room, see what it wants to do down. Oh, well, it got all the way out. But give it some breathe. Well, okay, all the way to the bottom again. So now we have this trend here. I was thinking it can go ahead and get through there, but it is what it is. I'm still watching it. Indra end up going up to 14-ish. Does have news on the day, but that volume is just low. All right, big boy, hit the bottom of the box. What you want to do now? So we got two of them moving, Indra and the other one. This one, of course, let me go ahead and mark up. So it came and broke this level, had an outlier here, right? Then it came and broke that level and really didn't have one. So at this point, I don't know what it's trying to do. The private placement. All right, well, if this one crashes out, it is what it is there. I gave it a chance at the bottom on that dip to try to give me a little bit of profit. But it looks like Indra still has only 6 million shares traded though. It's not like crazy. Right. So this level here, does it want to actually break this level of the 967? I can risk the 40s. So 950 still hasn't broke down yet. Does it want to break that level now? Let's go ahead and throw in 20 shares. We got a bottom down here of 947. I like this one because it has more volume. And it has catalyst too. So I'll be ready to get out, what, 945 if it doesn't want to act right. Pulling back up there just a little bit. Bottom of this candle is 947. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add into this. Looking for it. It's sitting right on it. I mean, it's ready to transition. Come on, man. Transition. 60 shares in. Bottom side, I'm ready to get out at 946 if it doesn't want to act right. $9.46, I'll be out. $9.50s, can you hold? Took that off. Can always retry. It's the bottom of the box, man. I was looking for it to hold. All right, so to arise here, it would need to get back through the 950s. Was a 950 try. Show me what you, oh, coming back in there. 946, can we see 950s? Add it in there, 951, 953, 60 shares in. I want to see that pop through there. Bottom side is 936. So about to give us open candle there. 50s. All right, so the bottom of this is 935. The top of this is 957 for a move back up if possible. $30 seconds left. That's how we acting now. We acting uncivilized. Go ahead and cut that. So we got a bottom here at 920. It actually ended up breaking down, not breaking out, and completely so it's gonna have to get back over, let's see, 945s. Let's go. We're at, you know, the bottom of this level that continues to get tested. It just has not given us any upside movement. Go ahead and get in for that 950 break if possible. Looking for it to break back in that box. I need to bring that box over. Bottom side of this is 931. Can we see those 45s? Okay. Oh, top side of this is 948. Okay. Bro, get in. Bro, what are you doing? All right. So we got a little bit of trend. Let's see how that activates and plays out. Got 60 shares back in. 964. Okay. 959. Point of control just moved down to that 969 level. Tried to get some more, but I'm not getting filled on the bid. Okay, definitely a higher level there. So we finally got back up to this level. Oh, got me a fill there though. Okay, well, inch 70 shares. And we'll see how this rides out if it wants to ride higher. So at this point, all of these downtrends are kind of out of range. It's going to have to get over 971. Hard stop 930s. It's looking like 20-cent loss on these 70 shares. Okay, giving us a little peek out there. Took us a minute to get here though. Man. All right, let me activate this. So we had 1030s. Let's bring this back this way. 1033 up here. Let's see what it wants to do here to the top side. I will be out at 9:32 though. It doesn't want to act right. So quick tap. Ooh, okay. Praise God. So 1033 is the top of the box that we were watching. Let me see what the action is. $100 on these would be up to 1095. I don't know if it can get there. Let me zoom back just a little bit. 1095 is quite a move though. All right. Well, $10 is back up there. Let's see if people get excited or does it want to slam. So at this point, bottom of this candle, 958, that would still be a green trade there, but giving it some time towards the top of this box. Want to see a higher low formed. A little bit of excitement there. I like it. Can we get to that 1033 though? That's the question. $10 holding it heavy. 15 seconds left. Okay. All right. So yeah, we got to be ready to get out of here. 933. If it wants to drop off the map. Nine 75s. All right. Looks like it wants to stop me out. 931. Came down to the bottom of the box. Do not want to see it close under that box. Be jumping out of here. Need to see those 75s really is what I really would like to see. A little bit of volume coming in there, but it's got to push up with that volume. It's not pushing up. So at this point, this little test outside, what, 941, that'll be a 10-cent loss if I was to take a loss. So 941 right there, I do not want to see that break. Top side of this is 978. Play with me if you want to. I will be out of here. Opening up lower. All right, don't like that. Getting ready. to hit the old eject button. We can't get over 60s. There is 960. Can we see 61s? Let's see 64s on the bid on the ask. And I was on the wrong screen. All right, so pretty much I'm looking to be out down here on the 941s, playing the bottom side of this box that we had, and that point of control is right there at 969. So, you know, giving it a little play here. If it wants to get down, I will be getting out at with a 10-cent loss here. Out. All right. So we'll see how it holds again. Doesn't want to play back up here into the box over 946. Yes, it does. All right. Looking for 947. I really want to see a close in this level here before I do anything else. Boy, it's right back to 952. Getting in on the bottom of this again. $60 shares in. Bottom of this is 929. It just keeps playing me, man. Added a little bit, so 954 is my average price. So I'm in 80 shares. 100 bucks is up there to 1079, but I am really not liking this. I'm trading the bottom. You know, I'm getting some good pushes out, but I'm just not sure. So the bottom is 928, and we're going to see where it wants to go from here. I got 80 shares in. Does it want to show us a little bit of buying, or do I need to exit at 929? Need to see those 975 show back up. New candle opening. Oh, that's a low open. All right, 929. I'll be ready to get out. Got 960, 970 up there. If it can get a splash, that'll be amazing. A little bit of volume came in there, but just not sure anymore. We're getting away from the trend too, so I don't, kind of losing my guidelines here. Has something through here. Right. Oh, that is not right. Let's go and reshape that. All right, buddy. Your top side is 964. Can you break that? 964. Can we see it? There we go. Can we get a 61, 62? Can we get 62? No? All right. All right, buddy. You have disappointed me for today. Oh, there's something. 63s. Can we get that flash out? Add it there. 85 shares. 90 shares in. Got a hard stop down here at 933s though. I'm not playing with that. Can we get to the top of the box? 1033s. Get excited. $25 million shares traded on this thing. You tell me it can't get a pop on Catalyst? Oh, okay, there he goes. I almost got mad. Went up a little higher, but still not getting up there to the 10s. So at this point, you know, the bottom of the box, 946, will be a, what is that, 46 down to 55, like a 10-cent loss. 10-cent loss is where I'll stop out. In with 90 shares. So 10s getting clapped up there a little bit. Let's see if it can actually break that high. Second time it's been up here, 996 getting played with. Open a new candle. All right. So yeah, 946 is my out. If it doesn't want to act right. Bottom of the box. Top side break of this would be 1009. $30 left. $100 would be up here at the 1067 for me. But I'm actually looking for that 30-cent win. So I got in at the 55 and it's up to the 90s now. But does not look like it wants to give me what I want. All right. Ready to get out. So it just needs to break over, you know, 90s. This last candle was what, 1004, but just does not seem like it wants to do it. I mean, it's in my box. It is in the box though. Hasn't really broken any strategical implications or whatnot. So, all right, opening a new box or open up a new candle. Break of 1025 would be absolutely fantastic. Bottom of this big candle right here is 969, so that'll be the new out. Can you exit my box, please? Hey, there you go. Good job, buddy. $100 up there to 1066. All right, so let's go ahead and not be stupid and take some profit. Let's see. Are you gonna? Oh, okay, that's nice. So I'm taking some profit up here. That's my target anyway. 60 shares left. 50 shares left. 40 shares left. 35 shares left. 25 shares left. Okay. Can we get any higher? Any higher? All right, there's a little double top. Can we get a knockout of there? Okay, so I don't like that. Let's see. Okay. Got a little feel there. 22 shares left. Okay, back to the box. 10 shares left. 4 shares left. So literally no risk on the table at this point. See, I usually look away from these and I'm like, oh, let me just go look at this other trash. But then it's like, it's got catalyst, it's got volume. I look away and I just miss things like an idiot. There's 190s. Let's see, can it get to 11? I'll take a little bit of 11. Can it pop through 11? Pop through 11? Pop through 11? Looking for 11? 11. The bottom of this candle is 1076. Okay, looking a little heavy there, my boy. You're looking real heavy. Sold a little bit up there before it ended up coming down. Yeah. Sold a little bit more, only holding 2 shares. So literally 75 locked in. Now I made back the loss. The original loss was 17 cents. So this win was bigger than, you know, this, but I had to make back the loss. Okay. You giving me all the signals I need to get on out of here. All right. So 74 locked in, and I'm about to get ready for my morning meeting. So if y'all going to continue trading this, definitely keep your head on a swivel. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It got out of my box. I'm looking for 30 cents. I'm looking for something that can pay me 30 cents easily. And like ELBM, the one that we were looking at here, you know, I think when it was called out like somewhere around here, 20 something cents, and it's moved, and all that time it's moved 30 cents. So I'm like, I want to get paid though. I want to get paid a little bit. Well, we made our pre-market profit. I still got money to trade, but it's Monday, so no rush trading. Starting off nice and strong. Anyway, like I said, I'm about to get ready to go to my morning meeting. You can get into the Discord. It's free. That's where we continue all of the conversations about investments and things into the Discord. Yeah, we will be there. I streamed during pre-market. I really, let me see, I think like maybe 6 months ago now, I was like, I really want to start focusing on pre-market and really get something kind of dialed in so I can do early trades. So if I don't see anything in intraday, I'm like, you know what? I got my little cushion on the day. I'm cool. I could just go sit down. But yeah, that's it for today. And as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.